Hey, good morning, good morning. We'll begin our show here in just a moment. But in the meantime, feel free to get photos or videos, as we're only going to be in this room for a short time today. Now we have over 100 years of history on our walls, cases, and ceiling area. With about 200 pieces of memorabilia and artifacts from all over the world. So lots of cool stuff to get us to have a picture of while we're in here today. One of my favorite items we have in here are going to be the pants that we have in the case up here. These are back from 1972 during the It's the Real Thing campaign. If you had about $3 approved purchase of any Coke product, you could mail away, and they would send you the pants, a bucket hat, and a beach bag, all the same design. They should bring them back for today's times because it is indeed the real thing. Now up on the wall here you can see our polar bear. Always cool, always Coca Cola. Now the polar bear was first used in advertising way back in 1922 in a French ad campaign showing that you could enjoy Coca Cola all year round and not just during the summertime. On the picture there's a polar bear we know from 1993 when they made their debut in North American audiences during the Super Bowl. A commercial called the Northern Lights. Now you can see our polar bear today up on the second floor in the Icons exhibit. Next time it's going to be there is going to be at 10:30, about under 10 minutes from now. So if you want to catch the polar bear, once you get out of the theater, just make your way upstairs to Icons. The polar bear's going to be there at 10:30. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get the show started off. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the World of Coca Cola. My name is Corey. I'm going to talk for a few minutes today about some of Coke's history and some items we have here in the room. Now, the story begins on May the 8th of 1886. That's when Dr. John Pemberton sold his first glass of Coca-Cola in a place called Jacob's Pharmacy. Now, the reason it was sold in a pharmacy because when it was created, Coke was considered to be a medicine used for headaches, body aches, and exhaustion. Now, after about 2 years after creating Coca-Cola, our creator, John Pemberton, passed away. But before he did, he sold the company and the formula off to a fellow businessman and pharmacist by the name of Asa Candler. Now, Mr. Candler had the company for about 30 years. Oh, I should note that he sold the company for $2,300. Only $2,300 back in 1888. Now, Candler had the company for about 30 years. And in that time, he wanted to advertise Coke's name on everything. So he had Coca-Cola's name on something like food serving trays, or like hairbrushes, or shaving razors, notebooks, just anything you had around your home could have Coke's name on it. And he was so confident in the company that he gave out coupons to try to drink out absolutely free. And the people did, and they loved it. Now by 1916, Mr. Asa Candler, he won the race to become the next mayor for the city of Atlanta. And by 1919, he realized there was not enough time in the day to be the mayor and run Coca-Cola. He's getting about ready to retire anyways. So he sold the company off in 1919 to the Woodruff family for $25 million. Yeah, he bought it for $2,300 and sold it for $25 million after about 30 years. That's the power of marketing and advertising. Now, if you were to go into a soda shop way back in 1896, you would see a dispenser, like what we have here in this case. Now this ceramic syrup dispenser is going to be the oldest item that we have here in this room. That's back from 1896. Now this dispenser will hold 1 gallon of Coke syrup in the top. When you turn that handle over, it releases out 1 ounce into a cup below. They will then mix in 5 ounces of chilled carbonated water, stir it up, and hand it over to you. Now it's a fun fact that we still use that same 5-to-1 ratio when we make our drinks to this day. And back then you can get a Coca-Cola for only 5 cents. Only 5 cents for a serving. And we kept that same 5-cent price point for about 70 years. It was in 1956, and they finally increased the price from 5 cents to 6 cents. It went up about 1 penny. People were outraged, ready to boycott and sue. But overall, they were unsuccessful, and we became more popular than ever as the years progressed. Now along our back wall here, we have the Coca Cola Company sign. Now that was our first headquarters back in 1919 to 1979. Made out of stainless steel. And I gotta say, looking pretty good for being 106 years old. In our back corner back here, we have this giant red bottle cap opener. Now that was over Interstate 85, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, back in the 2000s on a billboard. Originally about 18 feet long. We had to cut it in half just to get it on display here in our museum. In front of that bottle cap opener, we have our cheerleader Wendy up there doing a split. Now, she's going to be from the Happiness Factory campaign that we had from 2008 to 2011. This is a short film showing all the inner workings of a vending machine and how they get the Coca-Cola to you. And some of her friends from that campaign are in here too. On the top up here, we have this blue guy with that hat on and that big smile. His name is Capper, up there just chilling. On the top up here, we have this cannon. There's a guy in there named Mortarman, ready to blast off. Behind him, we have Worker, this other blue guy with that safety vest on. Now he made sure all the work in the factory gets done. Next to him, we have Kissy Puppy, the fur ball on the lips. Now, Kissy Puppy give all the drinks that extra bit of love. And finally, on that same row further down, we have Penguin. Penguin has that Coca-Cola in his hand. Now, Penguin made sure all the drinks were ice cold from the factory to you. Now, in just a moment here, we're going to go into our theater. We're going to watch a short 6-minute film. At the end of our movie, we'll be going into our museum area, where we have only 5 exhibits here today. On our first floor, we have our vaults. Our beverage lab is currently closed under renovations. On our second floor, we have our Coke Stories exhibit. That's our new exhibit. Next door to that, we have Icon. That's where you can see our polar bear at 10:30. Next door to that, we have Scent Discovery, a little short scent game set up for you to play. And then next door to that, we have our world famous tasting room, where we're going to try about over 100 flavors from all over the world. Some of my favorites are going to be the apple kiwi from Thailand, the frosty melon from Thailand, the sour plum from China, the Fanta pineapple from Greece, and you can't come to Coca-Cola without trying out the Beverly. It is world famous. People come from all over just to try that unique taste. All right, at this time the doors are open to our theater. Please make your way in. Hope you have a great day today at the World of Coca Cola.
showed me no written notes. He did not allow written notes. Containers of ingredients on which the labels had been removed were identified only by sight, smell, and remembering each shelf. He said, my father said to me several times when I found this unique flavoring extract. You check to see that it meets the right ingredients, and the correct way. He had to ensure the integrity of each batch and satisfy himself that his son and truly learned the formula, and that he could depend on me to keep the secret. Charles Candler. Space located on the first floor of the corner of the building. It was a triangular-shaped room. It closed with a sheet-iron door and a combination lock. That's where the secret formula was mixed, and only my father, Asa Candler, and Mr. Robinson did the mixing. They alone had the combination to the door, and no one else was permitted in. As soon as the shipment of ingredients was received, the locks and chains were put behind the iron. Either Mr. Robinson or my father. The packages were lifted from the cases. All labels on the tin cans or bottles were scratched off to avoid any possibility of discovery of the contents. One of the promises my father invited me into what we were trying to remove and initiated me into the mysteries of the secret formula. He showed me no written notes. He did not allow written notes. Containers of ingredients from which the labels had been removed were identified only by sight, smell, and remembering each was put on the shelf. He said, my father stood by me several times when I compounded this unique satisfy himself as his son and truly learn the formula, and that he could depend on me to keep the secret. Charles Candler. Space located on the first floor of the corner of the building. It was a triangular-shaped room. It closed with a sheet-iron door and a combination lock. That's where the secret formula was mixed. And only my father, Asa Candler, and Mr. Robinson did the mixing. They alone had the combination to the door, and no one else was permitted in. As soon as the share of ingredients was received, the box behind the iron door. He showed me no written notes. He did not allow written notes. Containers of ingredients from which the labels had been removed were identified only by sight, smell, and remembering each was put on the shelf.
The original formation of Coca-Cola, well, what was found in 1804. Popular songs of all time, no other just 30 years for me. It was exactly the same as her. She saw the change.
You come back.
Retrieving formula file number 59 Delta 3 Echo 6. The brothers were returning formula file number 54 the original Asa Candler. While Asa Candler, aka once worked for the Puritan government, and she assisted Dr. Pemberton in creating the secret formula. This ground told anyone who was that she purchased the formula from him, then got advertised permission to write Coca-Cola in 20 days. When her son told Young failed, she started selling black Coca and called herself Original Coca. Her formula was exactly the same as Coke. She sold to anyone she could. She just sitting around made many claims. Unfortunately, retrieving formula file number 93. In 1962, a well-known magazine ran a feature story about food in New England, and they wanted to spotlight the renowned secret formula of Coca Cola. Orville May, Coca-Cola's vice president of technical division, was asked to cooperate and invited the magazine to Atlanta. The photographer requested a shot of May posing with the secret formula. May was observed speaking frantically into her phone for almost a half an hour before he returned calmly to the The photo was publicized as Orville May holding the secret formula for Coca-Cola. But May quickly refuted the statement and claimed the box he held was empty. He later indicated that the location for the photo was not even the actual home where the photo is kept. It's not clear why
Vault access granted. Attention, you are entering a high security zone. You are mere steps away from our most precious secret, the original formula for Coca-Cola. This closely guarded trade
Van buiten weg. Van buiten weg. Van buiten weg.
spots for space left.
Also, a very short. Also, stature. What does that have to do with Coca Cola?
You're in it. You're in it. My mom went to this Olympics.
Which one? You like that one?
My dad flew for it. So he didn't really go to the Olympics, he was more working at.
Is she doing the bone at all? Oh, that's great.
My dad was stronger than the army. I don't remember.
Huh? I think it's the bone.
I just didn't know.
Barcelona won too.
Oh, wow, okay. Interesting. So the giant, That was going natural right there. Even the old one, at the same time, on the stage, some things have never changed. Things don't change, bro. It's nice and early. This is space and what guys on the front. Oh my god. Whatever fight the wood.
Step into our story.
The signs are worn down. That's bad. That's why. It's like a thick ass coat. This is making me want to work.
Looking at Coke is making you want to work.
Maybe like I want bleach. Maybe this reminds me of like Coke Wars. Like they figure out it's making it.
Since 1886, that's been magic in the present tense. Magic.
Yeah, I guess it's good.
Magic stories told. Just around the corner. Step into our story.
This was probably even before our time, right?
Yeah, that's.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't that German? They're not German. Like these are all from other countries. Like all their.
Like the one when we first came in, I bet we saw one. This one. He's just screaming.
Since 1886, we've been making magic.
That's what I'm saying.
Magic in memories past.
It's different.
Magic in moments shared. Magic
China
in stories told.
1946.
Like the ones waiting just around the corner. Step into our story.
1940. Yeah. German. Just
And just halfway out.
yeah. But like this is now movies. Yeah. Canadian.
Since 1886, we've been making magic. Magic in memories past. Magic in moments shared. Magic in stories told. Like the ones waiting just around the corner. Step into our story. Since 1886, we've been making magic. Magic in memories past. Magic in moments shared. Magic in stories told. Like the ones waiting just around the corner. Step into our story.
You promised me.
I'm gonna write for my word on our end.
Joy, folks.
If not.
Jesus.
Come on, AI.
What happened to you?
Look like it.
Okay, you're good. Oh, goodness, Jared, I don't know.
You look like Chinese a little bit.
One of you has it.
Should I get that DNA test?
Okay.
Charity's 2300.
23.
You look different in both.
You do. You don't look My eyes are the same.
I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm just trying to policy in 1886. Now, John invented awful, perfect taste, crisp refreshment, purely delicious. And Asa Candler invented the brand. That's the capital C Coca Cola you know and love today. But what's a good soda without kids to enjoy it? So, they invented easy ways for everyone anywhere to sip Coca-Cola at any time. For example, ever use a coupon? We invented them way back in the 1800s. Might be inspired. Coca-Cola syrup would go in top, and the glass would go under the spigot to receive 1 ounce of the syrup. We then a proper to create a delicious glass of Coca-Cola.
Maybe it does.
That's it.
I feel like I'm gonna be like old.
And celebrity endorsements. Look at Lillian here, legendary opera singer, and one of our first endorsers. Lillian was one of the most and you know stuff now called merch. T-shirts are promotional items including lights, clocks, and change tricks. Things Mr. Candler, soda fountain operators would use. And one last thing before you go. Take a spin in front of our mirrors on the way out. While you reflect on how fun my speech was, these mirrors will transform your life. Oh yeah, be right there. Another refreshing delivery. Have fun, folks.
Just to let you go.
Ready?
Hey, just put a dress on you.
Put a dress on you.
Spätzle mit Coca Cola ist am Fenster fertig.
Order a popcorn and a Coke. Coca-Cola, 準備ができました。Photocopy print. Sonne Swazi Coca-Cola.
Hot dog fries and a Coke, ready at the window.
Not the
Look at your hand. Look at the hand.
Hey guys, yeah. Alright, Callie.
What was she doing?
No, you're right. Let's do the thing.
No.
Okay?
No.
Do the thing. Do you want to be in front or behind?
I've got longer arms.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, hold your hand out.
Put your arms out right here.
Yeah. This is gonna be.
No, put your hands like one hand up and one. You
Wait, move over. Oh
It's
god. It's gonna be smooth. It's gonna be like. I bet it'll erase the tattoos. Here we go.
Remember we were like, oh,
Interesting.
Very falling.
This is all just like
Alright, I get it.
yeah, it's not doing what I wanted to, and I hate that.
I'm looking at that.
Look behind you. Do you not see you on the wall? Is she holding? Go. Yeah. You're like, yeah. Nobody can find her. So you couldn't recognize? Yeah, I'll go. I didn't recognize Callie. I'm not. I think. Oh, you have. You're
Wait,
not
did it
seeing
just
close
not?
enough.
Did it just not?
It doesn't see you.
Terrible bug.
There you go.
You can put that. I don't really think it's
This will be a really nice
Cute.
We're gonna go back that way.
new chapter. Minute Maid, Sprite, and Fanta sparked the wholesale youth stores, which we continue to share with people like you. Turn the words, you turn the page, because the best stories are yet to come.
Ma'am, please continue on down. Please make sure you're not stopping at the top or stopping on our ramp. Just want to make sure everyone will be able to fit into our room before we get started. Ma'am, please continue on down, y'all. Please make sure you're not stopping at the top. Please continue on down. Just want to make sure everyone will be able to fit into our room, y'all. And again, y'all, a disclaimer, this will be your one and only time in this room today, so please take this chance to take any photos or videos while you're in here. Because once you exit out, you won't be able to come back in. And also keep in mind, once our show is over, you'll be exited out to these double doors on either side at the bottom of our loft. Hey, y'all, please continue on down, y'all. So make sure everyone's able to fit into our room. So please continue on down the ramp, y'all. Now, I also need those of you at the top to continue on down, y'all. So make sure everyone's able to fit into our room. Alright, y'all, welcome into our Coca Cola Loft, also known as our Room of Wonders. While y'all are in here, I hope you learn a bit more about Coca Cola, its history, some items in this room, and a bit more about the world of Coca Cola. But first, I do want to learn a bit more about all of you, so I want to know what's your favorite Coca Cola beverage. It could be a soda, it could be a juice, it could literally just be water, whatever your favorite Coca Cola beverage is. And I want you to yell out the count of 1, 2, and 3. Alright? 1, 2, 3. There were some good choices there. There were some interesting choices. But it doesn't actually sound like any of y'all actually said what the greatest Coca-Cola beverage truly is. But by the end of my show, I will let you know the one beverage I have to recommend everyone should try before leaving out today. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with the beginning on Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola was started back in 1886 by John S. Pemberton. John S. Pemberton was the inventor of Coca-Cola, and he worked at Jacobs Pharmacy right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, even though he is the person that invented Coca-Cola, he actually wasn't much of a businessman. In fact, 2 years after he invented it, he actually sold it to Asa Candler. And Asa Candler is really the person that made Coca-Cola into a company in the business that we know it to be. In fact, all the artifacts you'll find in this room were actually made after the time Candler purchased the formula for Coca-Cola. In fact, the oldest artifact that we have in here is actually right over here, this white series is over here. And it was made back in 1896, 8 years after Candler purchased the formula. Now back then, if he wanted to make a glass of Coca-Cola, he would need the syrup out of a syrup dispenser like that, and some carbonated water, mix it together, then he would have his glass of Coca-Cola. In fact, the exact ratio to make a glass of Coca-Cola was 5 ounces of carbonated water and 1 ounce of Coca-Cola syrup. And in fact, we saw that same 5-to-1 ratio to this very day. That's never changed. But once he did have his glass of Coca-Cola, does anyone know how much he would have been able to purchase it for? Does anyone know the original price for Coca-Cola? Yes, it was in fact 5 cents. Remember, anyone that didn't know that, it actually says it right over here on this bell. It says drink Coca-Cola and 5 cents. Now, part of the reason why it says it on that bell over there is because it remained that price for about 70 years. The price of Coca-Cola didn't change for about 70 years. It's like it jumped up to being 6 whole cents. If you were outraged, people didn't know what to do. People literally tried to sue Coca-Cola for going up at 1 cent. But y'all, the next item I'm gonna have for y'all is actually gonna be right over here, these pants right over here. Now these are known as our happy pants, or it's the real thing pants. Because back in the 1970s, Coca-Cola in fact had a promotion that if you were able to prove that you bought a bottle of Coca-Cola, you got a little voucher or redeem for those pants and a matching bucket hat for a little over $2. Now the next item I have for y'all, really I should say items, are actually right here, here, and here. Now these are actually called festoons. And festoons is actually a really fancy way of saying a cardboard cutout. But these festoons are how Coca-Cola used to advertise. Now for a while, a way that people would know if a store had Coca-Cola or buy these festoons. So people from all around the world, where you could understand English or not, would all know, oh, that store has Coca-Cola because I see these festoons on the outside. Now another way Coca-Cola would advertise, or used to advertise, or we still advertise to this day, is actually right over there. It's that poster of our Coca-Cola polar bear. Now our Coca-Cola polar bear first came on the scene back in 1922 in a French ad. But the polar bear actually didn't come to the US until 1993 in our Northern Lights commercial. Now the reason why Coca-Cola originally started using the polar bear was because for a long time people truly believed Coca-Cola was just a summer beverage. People truly thought you could only drink Coca-Cola when it was hot outside. So use the polar bear to kind of show and to prove they have it in the winter. And more importantly, they have Coca-Cola all year round. And this works so well that the polar bear is our official mascot to this very day. Now another piece of advertisement that I have for y'all is actually on that back wall is that big red poster there, that big red poster. Now that poster is of our 2010 Happiness Factory commercial. In fact, all the characters from that commercial are actually in this room. Like you'll see Wendy right over there, looks like she's doing the splits. You'll see Capper right up here that looks like a little alien. You'll see Mortarman right there. See Penguin right over there. See Kissy Puppy right here. You see Worker right next to him. But all the characters you see around this room are in fact from our 2010 Happiness Factory commercial. Now the next item I'm going to have for y'all is also going to be right over there. It's that giant bottle cap opener over there, that big bottle cap opener. Now, that bottle cap opener used to hang over I-85 right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And it stayed there from 2000 to 2007. In 2007, they actually moved it to this very room. But when they moved into this room, they in fact had to cut it in half because the entire thing just wouldn't have been this room. Now, another item they moved in here in 2007 is actually on that back wall. It's that giant sign that says the Coca-Cola Company. Now, that sign used to hang over our headquarters here in Atlanta from 1919 to 1979. Now that starting year is actually pretty important, 1919, because that was actually the year that Asa Candler sold the Coca-Cola Company. In fact, he sold it to the Woodrow Company, and they're the people that actually made Coca-Cola into the publicly traded company that it is today. But y'all, those flashing lights do mean my time here is almost up. But please keep in mind, as soon as you leave out of here, you're going to our theater, and as soon as you enter in, please make sure to find one of the red seats, because the blue seats in there are just for those with elevator needs. But before you leave out today, the one beverage I have to recommend, everyone has to try for leaving out today. You have to try it. It's gonna be the Beverly from Italy. It's world famous, and people come from all around just to try the Beverly. So you have to try it for leaving out today. Now, so do try it. Please tell a person to taste it. Makai sent you, and Makai told you to try the Beverly. But y'all, that's the end of my show. You gotta head to our theater and enjoy the rest of your tour here today.
Para poder nombrarlo como Coca Cola y crear los iconos. It just tells you like facts.
Cuando la Coca-Cola salió en el mercado, la fórmula más popular de la ciudad fue con limón, vainilla, y árboles de piña, strawberry y cereza. Chocolate.
He said, my father stood by me several times when I compounded this unique flavoring extract. You check to see that I use the right ingredients, quantities, and in the correct order. He had to ensure the integrity of each batch, satisfy himself, his son, and truly learn the formula, and that he could depend on me to keep the secret. Charles Candler. The company had a laboratory space located on the first floor in the corner of the building. It was a triangular-shaped room, enclosed with a sheet iron door and a combination lock. That's where the secret formula was made, and only my father, Asa Candler, had its copies.
Por eso, acá.
Just 3 years before
Sacándole la lengua. Trying to like be very perfect and like what it's doing. And then right next to the name, I can have one. Yeah. Do everything perfect. She assisted Dr. Miller in creating the secret formula for Coca Cola. This brown tab was that she purchased this the original Coca In 1962, a well-known magazine features he wanted to spotlight the renowned secret formula of Coca Cola. Orville May, as vice president of the telecommunication, was asked to the photographer requested a shot of posing the secret formula. Speaking frantically into the phone calls to before he returned, called him to the photo was publicized as
Stand by for final protocol. Are you ready to become a protector of the secret? Our high-tech state.
They had a little home sampling for us. They would have little bottles and let people taste it. Bring some vanilla cups around. Look at little cups, they just pop them in the mouth. So it's not water, Take Coke to space. I wonder how they good at that. Oh yeah.
It's in his mouth.
Yeah, it's got food. I got used to look like. Could you imagine trying to get them to get into something like this?
That's from the Coke store, like the 96, right? Yeah. Remember Ali? Yeah, that's right. Handshake. Yeah. There it is, right here.
interrupting your regularly scheduled programming to bring you an important news bulletin. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's June 29th, 1943, and here are today's headlines. Coca-Cola has officially joined the war effort. The company is guaranteeing 5 cent Coca-Cola to American retailers stationed around the world, no matter what it costs the company. And it is limited basically.
Mountain Coke. Didn't exist yet. No, instead we use one of these new inventions. I'll show you how to work. We used to put Coca-Cola syrup right at the top. Then we'd slide a glass under the spigot, producing exactly 1 ounce of the syrup. We'd have 5 ounces of carbonated soda water.
This girl on
That ingenuity, that taste, tacos. Endorsements. Look at Lillian over there. Legendary outfit singer and one of our first big endorsements. Lillian was what you young folks instead of some upbeat. And you know the stuff we now call merch.
That's funny.
Only instead of t-shirts, our early promotional items include scales, lights, clocks, and change trays. Things Mr. Candler knew soda fountain operators would use. Looks like it worked. One last thing before you go. Take a spin in front of our mirrors on the way out. While you reflect on how fun my speech was, these mirrors will transform your look. Oh, I gotta go take care of it. Enjoy, folks.
Picture of your presentation. No, I thought, yeah.
World War II. Oh, because they were doing